Hello everybody, it is Cameron Earl here, and today I am here, and I knew my ranking of the Disney Villainous Characters was going to change, so I just decided to do it now, and it's all going to change again once Mischief and Malice comes out on August 1st, which, another goal of mine is to get that on the day it comes out, because it always is. You know how it is with me, though. Well, some people do. Anyways, I am here to do my Disney Villainous ranking, and once again, I am putting all the villains in it, including the Marvel Villainous villains. But I'm throwing in the Despicable Plots set in here. Despicable Plots isn't my favorite set, it's kind of an set, but nevertheless, I enjoy playing most Disney Villainous characters. The first four on my list, 23 through 20, well, I don't enjoy them. So we'll start off with, my least favorite, we will start off with Dr. Facilier. Too easy. That's why I don't like him. He can, if he starts off with 3 power in a 6-player game, which I don't know why anybody in the right mind would let him do that, he can win in 2 turns. So, yeah, it's insane how fast he can win, and the potential of even winning on the 3rd turn is absolutely huge, and it doesn't really happen that much, but still, it's very easy for him to win. So, that is number 1 on my ranking. Okay, so, next character. It's getting hot in here. So the next character I have on my list still sits at the bottom spot, close to the bottom spot. She used to sit at the bottom spot. If you see my last villainous ranking, you know who it is. Ta-da! It is the Queen of Hearts. I only like her because I only like her a little teensy tiny bit more. Honestly, it's really hard to choose between these two. But if I had to choose who I'd rather play, it would probably be Dr. Facilier. But I at least want to put minimal effort into trying to win instead of no effort for trying to make him win. So the next character I have on my list, it's another green set. Most of these characters from the green set are at the bottom of the list because I don't care much for the characters in the green set. Next character I have is Maleficent. I feel like she's just bland and boring. She's pretty interesting as a character in the game, but still, it's just she's just she's just a no character. I don't enjoy playing Maleficent. The curses, I mean, her fate deck is unlike Queen of Hearts. Her fate deck is pretty brutal, but it still doesn't mean that she isn't easy to win with. The next character I have, and this is probably the last character. This is the last character on the list that I can't actually somewhat enjoy when I'm playing them in a game, and that is Ursula. I just don't. I don't enjoy the. I enjoy the thematicness of. I don't know the word for it. I enjoy the thematicness of her character in the game, but I still don't like playing her as a character. Her fate deck is brutal, yeah, and she's difficult, so that's what puts her higher. And these is the fact that she's more difficult. But over time, it could just get like she can literally lose to the point where she can't win. But there does come a certain point where you really can't stop her from winning. Okay, so now we're going to get to the characters that I actually do enjoy playing as a little bit, and the first of those characters is Jafar from Aladdin. I actually might redo my difficulty ranking because I realized that for almost the 2 years that I've been having these villainous sets, I have been playing Jafar wrong. Granted, I've only ever played him 3 times against somebody. I don't play Jafar that much at all. But I figured out that you did not have to defeat the genie with allies before hypnotizing him. I realized that you could just hypnotize the genie immediately. You just got a sneak peek at the next character. Yeah. So the next character I have on my ranking is Prince John. I know Prince John was all the way down here at the 20, at the, well, let's see, Marvel Villainous came out. There was only 20 characters. So he was, I remember, I think it was my last ranking, he was at the number 19 spot. But he has moved up. I have found out that I do enjoy playing the character. He will just never be my favorite. He will never come close to being my favorite. Okay, so now we're going to get... So we've went from no enjoyment to little enjoyment. Now we're going to get to the mild enjoyment. Where I can either enjoy the character or not enjoy the character at the same time. And my first character on behalf of that is going to be the Evil Queen. I do really enjoy playing the Evil Queen. But it could just get so difficult to win with the Evil Queen. But that's not the reason why. The reason why the Evil Queen is this low is... it's a hassle. It can be a pretty big hassle to get started with the Evil Queen if you don't get the right cards. And that's pretty much it. It's just the Evil Queen, I really like playing the Evil Queen. I like playing most of the characters that are up here. Well, of course, but she's just... I can not enjoy her at the same time. Another character I can enjoy, but at the same time not enjoy, is Captain Hook. Captain Hook is also middle of the barrel for me. He's fun, not difficult, not too difficult. He can be, it depends on the cards, but he's one of those characters where you have to absolutely discard cards to get where you need, but he can just win so easily, which is why he's down here, because he can just win super easily. So can the Evil Queen, but I still like Captain Hook's playstyle a little more. Captain Hook also holds a special place with me because Captain Hook was the very first character I ever played as in Villainous. So, yeah. My next villain I have on the list is Gaston. Okay, so my biggest gripe with Gaston is in the gameplay. Yes, his fate deck is very brutal, and he can be screwed over very easily and then just not win at all. He is fairly difficult to win. I thought he wasn't going to be too difficult when I first heard what his goal was, but then being the fact that he is the only villain in the game who doesn't have a space that gives him 3 power, it's really hard. It could be really difficult to win with him. But my problem with Gaston is I feel like they could have been so much more creative with this goal instead of just having him remove 8 obstacles. I feel like they should have done more. They should have brought Belle into it more. They should have brought the Beast into it more. I wanted a Ratigan-like villain in which he had to do something to marry Belle. If not, then he has to defeat the Beast. It's like get Maurice on the board and then play Monsieur Dark. And then if you like, it's a take a shot like thing with the Queen, in which if you don't get Belle to marry you, then you flip over your gold token like Ratigan, and then you have to defeat him. But no, all he went for was removing 8 obstacles, which can be brutally easy, and I just really wish they were more creative with Gaston's character in this game. So the next character I have is another Despicable Plots character, and that is... That is the Horned King. The Horned King has a big problem with me, and that's the fact that I don't like playing the character. I don't like playing the Horned King, but at the same time I do like playing the Horned King. But he is just... I don't connect with his goal at all. Like, I was playing with some friends online overnight, the other night, and I discarded 2 cards that I thought were other cards. And it just... He confuses me brutally with his cards. Next character I have is actually a character that I have really come to enjoy in this game, because this is where I start actually like enjoying the characters. The next character I have learned to cope with this character over time, even though she used to be one of my least favorites. I have learned to really enjoy the character, and that is Yzma. I don't know why I hated on Yzma so much. She is fun, and I'm going to say right now, she is fun. I'm going to say it again, she is fun. I really enjoy playing Yzma, but I enjoy playing these other characters more. The only problem is that she can get screwed over really easily. You'll feel like you're making all this progress, and then just so much as one fake card gets played, and then boom, everything is blown to smithereens, and you basically feel like you're restarting the game over, and that's my problem with Yzma. Next character I have is someone who I think was lower than this maybe, and that is Pete. Pete takes my number 12 spot on... No, he doesn't. How many characters? 23 minus 12 takes my 11th spot, or my 12th spot. I don't know. I can't math. I just enjoy Pete's premise as a whole. I don't hear this a lot, but I think Pete is a really good beginner villain. He teaches you how to conserve your power and spend it right. He teaches you how to use effect cards that peel through your deck. He teaches you how to move items and allies. Teaches you to do all that. He teaches you what locations to put at. He's a good villain for you to learn with, in my opinion. And I think you could use that. Cruella the Villain and Mother Gothel? Definitely not beginner villains. They are not meant to be your first character. But characters like Pete, Prince John, and Maleficent, and Queen of Hearts, and Dr. Facilier, well, not so much Dr. Facilier, and even Captain Hook, they are meant probably to be for villains. But Pete can also be fairly difficult, but I really like the 4 goals thing in which he's basically just trying to cause trouble. Pete was one villain I never thought was going to be on here. What I really like about one of his hero cards is Mickey Mouse. I know that I don't like Mickey Mouse as a character in this game, but I like how they went with the Steamboat Willie him driving, because that was the original shot of Mickey. I like how they did that. The next character I have up on the list is Hela from Marvel Villainous. I really enjoy playing as Hela, but I just enjoy the other Marvel Villainous characters more. I feel like it's a combination of whether can she win or can she not win, because she can be doing so good, but you just bombard her with heroes, and then she can never win, because you just can't get screwed over as much as she can, the character you're playing as. So, therefore, she's a fairly inconsistent character, but a cool thing about Hela is that with the whole interacting thing with Marvel Villainous, she can actually use characters to her advantage. The main example is Killmonger, because she only needs one soul mark to win. If she attaches a soul mark to Black Panther, Killmonger absolutely has to defeat Black Panther, move out of there, but it's likely that Killmonger will defeat Black Panther, or else Hela can just use Hand to Glory. So the next character I have on here is Professor Ratigan. I can't roll my R's. But Professor Ratigan is a character I really enjoy playing. I've always enjoyed playing Ratigan. I really enjoy playing the character, but the problem is that he can be too easy. It can be slightly hard if you're not getting the right cards to get the Robot Queen on the board, but at the same time, if that Robot Queen does end up getting discarded, it will be really easy for Ratigan to get Felicia. Like, if Ratigan, you can activate the bell and get Felicia in your hand, and then just immediately defeat Basil the next turn and win. So, basically, yeah, that's why Ratigan's down this low, but nevertheless, I really enjoy playing the character, and Ratigan has always been one of my main favorite Disney villains. Next character I have on here is Killmonger. Killmonger, I think, used to hold the spot. I don't know if, back when I made my original ranking, I don't know if he held my least favorite spot or not, but I know that sometime after that video, if he didn't already, he held my least favorite spot in Marvel Villainous for a while. But even my least favorite character in Marvel Villainous, Hela, I still really enjoy playing Hela. Killmonger is the one character in the set in which you will have to watch the movie to understand what his goal is. But nevertheless, his goal is fun and simple, and he's probably the easiest character in Marvel Villainous, in my opinion. There's not much you can do to stop him. Once he gets Black Panther defeated, there's not much you can do. You could play Wakanda forever, but being that you'll always have a fate deck like this thick, depending on how many characters you're playing with, it's not going to be easy. Okay, so to finish off this set, I have Lady Tremaine at spot number 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I have her at spot number 7. I hope I counted right. Did I not count right? 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, I didn't count right. I have her at spot number 8. Screw you! Okay. Lady Tremaine is at spot number 8. Now, aside from these two back here, I really enjoy playing Lady Tremaine. I knew because Lord of the Board. Lord of the Board must be working with Disney or something because he got that set. I mean, with Ravensburger or Prospero Hall or something because he got that set early. And I knew from the moment when he had those when he had those 3 villain guides for Despicable Plots out there, I knew that Lady Tremaine was going to be my favorite to play in the Despicable Plot set, and she is. But she takes the number 8 spot, so you know that there's 7 other characters that I like playing more than her. And if you've been calculating the characters, you know which those are. But nevertheless, she is an extraordinarily fun character. I really enjoy playing Lady Tremaine, and I will play Lady Tremaine anytime. So the next character I have on here is probably the most difficult villain in all of Villainous as a whole. Now, this is a Marvel Villainous character. Now that since I said that, you most likely know who it is, because it's very obvious who's the most difficult character in Marvel Villainous. But I think that he is probably the most difficult character in all of Villainous, all of the Disney and all of the Marvel, and that is Thanos. He is a very... Well, he's not a terribly... Well, none of these characters are terribly difficult, but he has to be the most difficult. Like, if I put Marvel Villainous in the Disney ranking, he is definitely hard to defeat. He's definitely hard to win as. He has to collect the 6 Infinity Stones, as we know, because that's always been Thanos' goal, I think. But the way he does it, he just adds so many rules to the game, and it's so much to take in, but the problem is that you'll have to get rid of other people's allies, and it could just be such a hassle to get those Infinity Stones, and it just takes way too long, while other characters are just so much quicker, but I really enjoy playing Thanos. Next character I have on here is another character that I really enjoy playing. Of course, I say that, I've been saying that ever since, like, the 13th character. I have Cruella de Vil. She is, since I realized that I've been playing Jafar wrong, she is a, hold on a second. Anyways, as I was saying, now since I realized that I've been playing Jafar wrong, I think Cruella might have the title of most difficult villain in Disney Villainous. She is hard. She is a hard character to win as. She's not a hard character to understand, she's just a hard character to win as, because it will take her a while to get those puppies out there, and her fate deck could be absolutely brutal. Those Fluid cards and those Ivor it's the effect cards. The effect cards are the worst part of her deck, her fate deck. But nevertheless, I really like playing Cruella de Vil, and I will play as Cruella de Vil anytime. Well, not really, because there's some characters that I stand no chance against if I'm playing Cruella de Vil. Next character I have up here is Hades. Hades is up here not only for his play style, but another reason, and that is the art of his cards. The two Titan cards, Stratos and Pyrus, the Lava Titan and the Tornado Titan, are my 2 favorite looking cards in Villains. I love to look at Hades cards. The Titans look great. Hades has my favorite card art of any villain. Now, I'm not going to rank any of these villains based on card art because that would be really way too hard because all cards look great. Fantastic. But Hades probably is the most difficult to win as in a two-player scenario, but he's not the most difficult to play if you get that kind of. So the next character I have up here is Taskmaster. He's just fun. He's the most simple of all the Marvel villainous characters, probably. I think Hela might be. But I really like playing Taskmaster. I think he's over around. He's just casual. And he was the unexpected villain in the set. I knew because they revealed Marvel villains in like February, and they only revealed 3 villains and said they were going to wait a long, long time until they revealed the last 2 villains. I knew Killmonger was going to be in a set. I literally knew Killmonger was going to be in a set. As for my predictions, I thought Red Skull was going to be in a set or something like that. Maybe even Loki, because I was like, because I knew they weren't going to put Loki in the first set, because Hela was in the first set. Why would they put 2 Thor villains in the first set? And then they hit you with the Taskmaster curveball, who's not even in a movie yet. Of course, Mischief and Malice has 2 characters that aren't in a movie yet. But he was the curveball, and I'm so happy they put him in a set, because he is awesome. Okay, so the next character I have on here did have my number 1 spot, which I find weird that I knocked her down 2 spots, and that is Mother Gothel. I think these next 2 characters I have just barely inched their way out of being better than Mother Gothel, in my opinion. But Mother Gothel, I have her 5 trust combo. Vanquish Rapunzel with a Royal Guard who has the knife for 1 trust. Discard the crown from that location. That's another trust. Before I do that, move the hairbrush to Rapunzel's location. That's another trust. When Rapunzel gets to the tower, play I Love You Most for another 2 trust. It's the combos. I call it my 5 trust combo, and I call it my ultimate villainous attack. It works every time, and if I get to do that combo, I win the game. I don't think I've won more games as anybody other than Mother Gothel, because I just had so much practice with the character. I know how Mother Gothel works, and I enjoy playing Mother Gothel so much. So the next character I have up here on the list is Ultron, as my favorite Marvel villainous character. Ultron is just so fun. I really like playing Ultron. He has his 3 upgrades that he has to get by destroying his own allies, but he has to obtain them in a certain order. Then he has to play Age of Ultron, and it's just super fun to go through his upgrades. There's not much that could slow him down, and I think he's just overall an extraordinarily creative villain. Love the card art, love the play style of how he is played, and that's all I have to say for Ultron. He's just overall a really fun character. And taking my number 1 spot as my very favorite villain in all of Villainous is Scar. First of all, the color is great. I really like that deep, dark orange, and the bright orange the card art is great, and I always think we need more strategy with Villainous, which is why Mother Gothel is so high. I always think we need more engagement with Villainous, which is why Scar is up at the top. It's just so fun to play. You're struggling to get those heroes, but there's so much that could slow Scar down. But after you get past those obstacles, you just feel so accomplished, and I think that's why I like Scar. Scar takes my number 1 spot, and now, for my rankings, I did this thing called Showdown Style, in which whatever spot the villain from the set gets, that's how much points their box gets, and whatever box has the most points at the end loses. So, as you can see, this box, now I did this math on a calculator because I didn't feel like doing it in my head. I feel like I got this right. So, in last place, my least favorite box is the green box, the core set, with 116 points. Next box I have is the purple box, Wicked to the Core, with 45 points. Because, Dr. Facilier being in last place isn't that great. for that box. Next in line is the yellow set, Despicable Plots, with Gaston, Horn King, and Lady Tremaine. It has, purple box has 45 points, the yellow set has 37. And third place is Marvel Villainous with 33 points. I don't care what you say, that one's my favorite, because it just barely edges out the second place, which is the orange box with 24 points. And still holding my number one spot in points, the red set with 21 points. So that is the showdown style. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I always enjoy making it. Some of them. Some of them I don't enjoy. But have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.